Hello everyone, this is Satyaprakash. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how to save multiple checkboxes and textbox values in Web API and Angular. So guys, in this video, we'll bind all locations and branches, and after that, we'll add a company name with its branches. So guys, before going through this video, please visit my previous videos related to Angular CLI and ASP.NET Web API tutorial. So guys who are the beginners for Angular, you will get through my playlist called Angular CLI tutorial, where you'll get some basic ideas how to create a Angular applications and how to set up the Angular in your system. And if you are new or beginner or experienced, you can also go through my ASP.NET Web API tutorial. You'll get some basic idea on what is web API and how to create real-time Web API applications as well. So guys, let's go to my presentation. So here we'll discuss how to create endpoint to get and save records in Web API, and how to save checkboxes and textbox values in Angular, and implement Bootstrap in Angular application. So guys, I have created one notepad to step-by-step process. Step 1, we need to create the tables, branch detail and company details. Let's go to my SQL server. So this is the company details script for table, and this is the branch details table, and this is the script one. And here this is the branch details, right? If you execute this, I am getting the branch details records, and this is the company details. So these are the records which are earlier inserted, right? So this branch details is used for checkbox values, and this company details is used for both company text box, and it will also get the records of branch details from the checkboxes. So this is the step 1. Step 2 is we need to create a ADO.NET entity data model and add all branch and add company detail endpoint in Web API project. Let's go to my SQL, my Visual Studio. So guys, here I am creating one API controller called branch controller, which is available in the my controller section. So this is the branch controller, right? And I have created two endpoints. One is for HTTP GET request, that is all branch, and one is HTTP POST request for our company detail. So before creating this Web API controller, first we need to create the ADO.NET entity data model. So how to create ADO.NET entity data model, I already have discussed in my previous videos. So I'll go through that how to create the ADO.NET entity data model. So for this session, I have created one ADO.NET entity data model inside the models folder, and this ADO.NET entity data model name is satyanewdbmodel.edmx. So here I am creating I'm mapping to both the tables, that is branch details and company details, and it will create the branch detail table as a CS file, and with its column name. Same way for it also create a company details class based on the table and its related column names. Okay, so this is all about the ADO.NET entity data model. And so here I'll discuss about this endpoints, right? So there is two endpoints, one is all branch, another one is our company detail. So all branch is, this is the HTTP GET request. It will fetch all the records from branch details table name, and this is the code for branch details table. I am instantiate the SatyaDB entities, and based on this object I am access the branch details table. I am getting the records from this using this endpoint. So here this route is at the all branch, right? It will retrieve all the branch details, that is nothing but this record. Okay, and here is the code. It is enumerable branch detail, list of branch, and using track block I am instantiate the SatyaDB entities. Based on this object I am getting the branch details table, and I'm storing all the record list of branches in the list branch local variable of enumerable, and in catch exception, if any exception is raised, it will store in the catch block, and it will return the list of branches. So this is the code for all branch endpoint. Let's discuss about HTTP POST for add company details endpoint. So there is add company method, okay, And remember, this one is for all branch. The method name is branch details. It is enumerable of type. And for HTTP post, it is a string type of method R company. I have this parameter company details, and this is SatyaDB entities instantiate. Using this object, I can access this company details table and add all the parameters. And if the step change is successful, it return insert record is inserted successfully, else is failed. And this is the exception block and return the response. Okay. And remember, we need to add this namespaces, and this table this namespace we need to add because inside the models folder I have created this entity data model. So to access this class and properties, we need to add this namespace. So this is all about the code for branch controller, and this is the route prefix API, branch API. So this is the code for branch controller. Okay, let's go to the next step. We need to check the web.config file for connection string. So guys, when you create the ADO.NET entity data model, by default the system adding the connection string in your web.config file. So if you notice here, this is the connection string for added here, SatyaDB entities 1, and if you see here what the model name we created, it will by default it is also adding here models.satyanewdb model. Okay, and here the connection string properties mentioned data source, my server name, and this is the DB name SatyaDB, and integrated security, multiple active server result sets equal true, application name entity framework, and the provider name are satya.system.data.entity client. So this is the string used for connection, which is added by default while you create the ADO.NET entity data model. So there is one more point. We can create n number of models, ADO.NET entity data model inside the models folder. Also we can there is inside the connection string we can also mention the multiple connection strings. So remember, you can notice I have created two models, so based on the two models there is two connection strings. Okay, now go to my notes. Let's step 4, we need to create an Angular component branch. So this is the command nggc branch. Okay, and if you create this component, I will go to my Angular application using VS Code. So guys, if you expand this apps folder, branch, and you can see this branch component related files. Same way, if you generate the Angular model class, this is the command. So if you go to here, once the command is successfully executed, I expand this model, I'm getting this branch.ts file. Step 6, we need to create the Angular service. This is the command nggs service/branch. If you go here, service folder, I'm getting the branch service related files here, branch.service.ts. So guys, this commands will be successfully executed. I am getting this interface like this, right? Whatever I discussed here, and this is the screenshot I have taken while I execute these commands. All right, first one is nggc branch component, second one is model class ngg class model/branch, third one is nggs service/branch. So for service part. So let's discuss about the next point. Step 7, we need to set the properties in model class. So let's go to my model class. So expand the model, branch.ts. So this is the class name branch. I need to add these properties, branch ID and branch name. Step 8, we need to open the branch.service.ts and I will add the necessary code. So here open this service folder, branch.service.ts. okay, and this is the code. We need to import the statements, and this is the import for branch model class file, and there is URL is this is the my localhost web API URL, that is nothing but this one, and this is I am used inside the constructor. I have two methods, one is all branch and another one is insert company. So all branch is nothing but it will get the details of branch details from the branch table, right? And using this get request, I'm getting here this dot http dot get, and this is the this dot url, nothing but this one, concatenate with API slash branch API slash all branch. So this is nothing but this endpoint route prefix and slash all branch. Okay, and same way for insert company, I have the parameters company name and branches, and there is HTTP option. There is here I mentioned as HTTP headers. Content type is application folder slash JSON, and this company name assigned to company name, branches is assigned to branch name, and it is HTTP post request. So that I'm getting I'm mentioned here as a return this dot HTTP dot post, and this dot URL nothing but this one, concatenated with API slash branch API are company details. That is nothing but this is the route prefix, and for HTTP post this is the endpoint are company detail. Okay, so this is the code for branch.service.ts. All right, so let's discuss the next point. Open branch.component.ts and add the code. So let's open the branch.component.ts, which is available inside the branch folder. So guys, here we need to same way for import the statement, and here model branch and one is branch service. We need to add the name import statement, and this is the component selector template URL and HTML, and inside branch component which implement the on init interface and the list branch and the result type. These are the properties we need to mention with its type. And this constructor, I have a service which is derived from branch service. That's nothing but this one. Okay, and this ng on init, it has all the branches which will derive from the service, and in on change method, which is nothing but when the user will click on this checkbox value, this branch name property parameter I have mentioned here an event. Okay, so this code is used for checkbox values. So the user will click on this checkbox, that is it will display the count, how many checkboxes has been selected, and its length and the values. All right, so inside the save method I can access this number of length of the user selected of checkboxes, and it will display the count here. So if the user will not select any checkboxes, it will display the error message as select at least one branch, else it will select here the number of checkboxes has been selected. So using this service, I can access the insert company method, and this insert company is used for save the multiple checkbox values as well as company name text box values. So this is the company name result text box, which is nothing but the list of checkbox values, and once the is successfully inserted, it will display the alert message as data is inserted. That is nothing but this one, record inserted successfully. This is all code for branch.component.ts. Alright, so let's go to my next step. Open branch.component.html and write HTML code for designing UI. Let's go to my branch.component.html. So guys, in this component.html, I have two control. One is for text box values, which is for company name, and another one is for checkbox values, right? So checkbox input type is checkbox, it contains the branch ID and on change of branch name, and it will display the branch name, right? And these are the values with which will display in as a label. For example, if the user will select the multiple checkbox, it will show the count 1 2 3 4 like this, and this is the value, that means branch name, it will be shown. And if the user not select any branch list from the checkbox, it will display the error message, please select one branch. Okay, and after then there is one button control, and this button control on click event, this call as a save method, which we'll discuss in the branch.component.ts file. Okay, and this is the table, and this is the button name save detail. So this is the code for branch.component.html. So let's discuss about set app.module.ts and discuss on other app component related files. Let's go to my app.module.ts file. So in app.model.ts file, it'll show all the import statements whatever we have created, like branches, some Angular material, Angular packages, user components. So in this video I have created this branch component so that it select as the import statement, and there is two arrays, one declaration array, one is import array. So I have created one branch component so that this import value is showing here branch component, and in import section there is some packages. For example, in my previous video I have discussed about how to add the checkbox using Angular material, so that using this import statement I can use this value mad checkbox module, right? So here in the import section I have added the mad checkbox module value. Provider section, there is nothing to mention, Bootstrap as app component and export class app model. So this is the code for app.model.ts. So let's discuss about the other app component, that is app.component.ts. So there is nothing to mention here. It's the selector only app-root which we need to add in our index.html. Third one is app.component.html. This is the selector of branch component. If you open the branch.component.ts, so there is the selector, you can find app-branch. So the selector should be added inside the app.component.html. So because when our Angular application is loaded initially, so based on the selector it will load first time. For example, I am creating the branch component, it has a selector app-branch, so that we need to add this selector here in app.component.html, and in app.component.html selector, that is we need to find in app.component.ts, that is app-root, we need to mention here in index.html, which I'll show you later. And we'll discuss about the app.component.css. There is nothing to mention, and this is app-routing.model.ts. So this is also as a by default code. Alright, so step 12, we need to set the Bootstrap library in index.html. Let's open the index.html. Okay, so here index.html. So as I discussed, this the selector of app.component.ts, so we need to add the selector here, and these are the Bootstrap libraries we need to add, CDN URLs for Bootstrap support design. Alright, so this is the code for index.html. Step 13, we need to set the course in web API. Let's go to my web API project and open the app_start folder, web API config.cs. So here I need to add this 2-line of code for course, and we need to add this namespace. That means we can access this web API in external applications like Angular or React. Step 14, we need to run the Angular app. So guys, before running Angular app, make sure you need to run your web API project. So this is my web API project, I need to run first. So guys, my web API application is loading successfully and I'm getting this response. So notice there is the localhost URL 50685 which I have call in my branch service.ts file. So slash API slash branch API, right? So notice one thing, API slash branch API, it is nothing but this one route prefix and slash all branch. So slash all branch is nothing but my endpoint for get request. So I'm getting all the branch details. It will retrieve all the details from branch details. So I'm getting all the branch details here. So let's run my Angular application. So to run Angular application, you click on three dot terminal, new terminal, and here we'll type here ng serve. So guys, my Angular application is compiled successfully, right? I'm getting this URL http localhost 4200. I'm copy this URL, go to my browser. So I can see this list of all list of branches which is retrieved from the DB using web API. I'm getting the list of branches as well as company text box. Right here we need to type something, company name is Modulesoft Tech, and we need to select the list of branches, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai and Kerala. So based on the selection I'm getting the branch name and the count. Save detail. So record is inserted successfully, and go to the DB and select star from company detail. So I'm see here I'm getting this record saved, right? Modulesoft Tech company name column and a list of branches Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Kerala. Okay, let's insert one more records. So here we'll type Wiprotech, and we need to select all the branches. So I have selected all the branches, 11 branches, save detail, record inserted successfully. If you select here, so I'm getting list of branches for ID 8. So all the branches and the company name is Wiprotech, right? So data is inserted successfully. Okay, so for example, if the user has select here XYZ company and nothing selected in from the list of branch, we need check here save detail, I'm getting select at least one branch, right? This is the warning I'm getting, and record insert successfully. So it will display only the company name which doesn't have any location. Okay, so if you execute this, I'm getting here on branch name there is nothing, and the company name is showing XYZ. So let's check in my how to find the endpoint using inspect element. So right click on, select the inspect element. Okay, and there is one more thing we need to discuss, guys. This is the Bootstrap support. So based on the device, I can see the this page width and height auto adjusted based on the device screen, right? So you can select here as well. Okay, and we need to check the endpoint, right? So click on network tab, refresh it. So see here, I'm getting the all branch, right? So this all branch nothing but the endpoint. So if you select this header, I'm getting this all branch endpoint URL, get request 200, okay. And the preview section, I'm getting all array index starting for 0 to 10, and the details of branch ID, branch name. And the response, I'm getting all the response from web API from 11 records, right? So in this way we can check the API endpoint in external application like Angular React using inspect element under network tab. So let's go to my notes. So check the records in SQL Server DB, which I already have discussed, right? So company detail. So these are the records I have inserted, which is successfully inserted. So the output I already have shown in my UI. So these are the steps, guys, which you will perform to save the records of multiple checkboxes and text box values using Web API in Angular project. Let's go to my presentation. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.